Just hours after 19 children and 2 teachers were murdered inside of a Texas school, Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott decided to attend a fundraiser at the private home of one of his top donors. His administration says that, yes, we attended the fundraiser. He was already on the schedule. He stopped in. They won't release any more details. The man who threw the fundraiser isn't releasing any details, just that, yes, he was there and we raised some money. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is that you had parents, you had spouses getting the worst news they've ever gotten in their life. News that is going to change their lives forever. They will never be the same. They will never be whole again. It happened in your state. But what were you doing? Well, I think Beto O'Rourke said it best. You were counting dollars while they were counting bodies. Because that is exactly what Greg Abbott was doing. And it's not like Greg Abbott needs the cash either. He is way ahead in fundraising, sitting on tens of millions of dollars. I'm sure he could have foregone just this one fundraiser, given the optics of the day. But don't worry, folks. His administration did come out and say, hey, for the rest of the week, we're not doing any more fundraisers. We had one scheduled, Thursday. We're not doing that one. So give us a little credit for that, right? We're not totally heartless and, of course, senseless. Might I ask you, Abbott administration, why he is still then speaking at the NRA conference this coming weekend? Because he is. I mean, to me, that probably seems like the bigger thing you should probably avoid right now. I'll actually forgive you going to the fundraisers if you would step down from that NRA conference this coming weekend. I think that would be a fair deal. You go, you have your little fundraisers, but you stop catering to the NRA. Could we at least get that kind of agreement with you? Could we get that kind of common ground, maybe? No, we can't. Because Abbott doesn't care. None of these politicians care. None of these Republicans that have offered their thoughts and prayers are actually thinking about you or praying for you. They're sitting there counting their dollars. They're planning their next fundraisers. They're planning their next attack ad. They're trying to figure out how they can win their reelection because that is the only thing these people care about. And of course, they understand that probably within a couple of days, we're going to have another mass shooting here in the United States, and everybody's going to move on to that one because that's just what we do as a country. They're banking on us forgetting. They're banking on this anger and sorrow to die down. That's what they're hoping. And unfortunately, based on history, that probably is what's going to happen. Except, of course, for those families that are never going to be whole again. They'll remember. They'll fight. But unfortunately, far too many people in this country will have already moved on at that point. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.